Hello YouTube, this is iPhone 7 recent rumors. What will the next iPhone be called? Will it be the iPhone 6s or iPhone 6c? If Apple sticks to its traditional naming, then it's more likely that the next iPhone will be called the iPhone 6s instead of the iPhone 7. Now let's talk about the specification of the iPhone 7. The screen size. 4.7 inches may be the sweet spot for the average Apple fan, but seems that Apple is going to include different sizes for the screen. Next, moving on with the design of the next iPhone, Apple has published a patent relating to such displays, which hints at a future iPhone with a display that extends onto the sides of the device, providing interactive or touch-sensitive portions that give access to the slide to unlock functionality, music player controls, messaging readout, caller ID, system controls, and much more. It's possible that Apple will use different materials to make the iPhone 7 more durable. There are words that the iPhone 7 will have a 3D display. The iPhone 7 could feature a 3D display, in other words, a 3D screen that doesn't require glasses to see. A very hot topic for the next iPhone will be the camera. When it comes to the iPhone 7's camera, the latest reports suggest that it could offer a significant improvement over the camera found in the iPhone 6 and iPhone 6 Plus. In fact, this could be the biggest camera jump in the history of the iPhone. Daring Fireball's John Gruber recently said in a podcast on his blog that a source claims the iPhone 7's camera will have a two-lens system that could help allow users to capture DSLR quality imagery. A dual lens design offers a number of advantages over the present iPhone camera setup, including the option to add an optical zoom. It's also been suggested that future iPhone cameras will have better performance in low light conditions. Talking a little about its processor, the processors are expected to be manufactured using a 14 nanometer design. The new chips are expected to be smaller, more efficient, and of course more powerful. Most probably Apple itself will design the A9 chips as it has done with A-class processor chips in the past. A very interesting new rumor for the iPhone 7 new feature is the joystick-style home button for gamers. Essentially, the concept of this is the home button of the iPhone 7 would be able to pop up on a little spring and turn into a sort of mini joystick for playing games. There are plenty of iOS games that would benefit from a hardware controller, and this sounds like a lot of fun. A new charger for the next iPhone. In August 2014, rumors about a new iPhone charger emerged, suggesting that the USB part of the charger could be reversible, just like the Lightning Connect. Imagine the USB being plugged into the adapter both ways, in the same way that the Lightning connector itself is reversible. iOS 9 is also likely to introduce new features at the software level. Among the features we're hoping to see in iOS 9, improved parental controls, group FaceTime calls, and split-screen application multitasking. And now about the release date. When is the iPhone 7 coming out? If Apple sticks to its traditions, we can expect the iPhone 7 to arrive in mid of September 2015. However, it's possible and has been widely speculated that Apple will begin releasing new iPhones twice a year to help it keep up with the ever-growing and ever-improving competition. This would mean an iPhone launch event in the spring of 2015 followed by another in the autumn. In this case, we would expect less dramatic enhancements in each update, perhaps an S-Class update in the spring followed by the full iPhone 7 in autumn. Another tech site says it has a source in the supply chain that backs all this up, claiming that while the iPhone 7 will have to wait until September, the iPhone 6s will be launched in spring alongside the Apple Watch. Thank you all for watching. If we get new rumors about these two iPhones, we're going to update you here. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, so I did found this pretty nice, awesome concept here of a brand new iPhone, like an iPhone 7, has been imagined here by a website called Computer Build. It seems to be like a German website. So this concept, I made a iPhone 7 concept video in January, and that video turned into a success. It was a pretty thin concept, and we also had a 3D render of it. Here it is a little bit of a different design, so that's why I want to do this quickly video of it. So we have a bunch of different pictures here showing it in different on different sides. So let's start off here on the front side. The first thing that you will notice is that it looks like they have taken advantage of the front side by having a bigger display and less kind of like dead space. So you can also see here how kind of like the button, the Touch ID button, the home button on the iPhone is kind of like built into the display, which is very, very interesting, smart idea there. You can also see how it has rounded curves, the display. So curve the display is something that Samsung is doing on their S6 Edge and their Note Edge. So this is definitely like a variant of it, of course, and also of course LG with the LG G Flex. Starting to see more and more displays with interesting designs. So that's an interesting thing. Probably not everyone will love it. But if we move on here to see it here from the sides, you can see it still has the kind of like the same kind of volume up and down keys and this mute switch imagined. But when you can see here at the top, you can see that it looks like it has a brand new camera, brand new front-facing camera, which probably is more high resolution. Usually Apple doesn't have that many megapixels in their cameras, so hopefully we could see some. It would be more awesome with an 8 megapixel front-facing camera, which we've been starting to see more and more in future phones. If you look at it here from the bottom, you can still see that it has a pretty similar layout. Of course, Apple has unveiled USB Type-C, so that would be cool to see that brand new USB technology be implemented on the iPhone 7. And we're probably not going to see the iPhone 7 2015, but probably maybe in 2016 that Apple will unveil something like that. So maybe USB Type-C. You can see here from the back, I'm not a super big fan of the design, especially not on the sides. It looks like I don't know. I really don't like it with those colors, but you can see one cool thing, and that is a glowing Apple logo, which is something that Apple usually have on their MacBook and iMac computers. I'm doing this video on an iMac, so I know that glowing Apple logo is pretty awesome. Or actually, I think that I may not have that on my iMac, but on my MacBook Pros, I definitely have that. So that could be a cool thing. I have that on the iPhone. You can also see how the camera lens looks like it is a little bit bigger, the camera part of the phone. So you can still see it has this kind of like dual lens technology for better pictures. Hopefully, at least a 30 megapixel camera, because usually Apple's iPhones, they are a little bit boring compared to the Galaxy S6, which has like 16 megapixels, if I can recall in my head. You want those pixels. It's really nice, and of course it's not all about pixels, but that is a big thing. And hopefully they can make the iPhones have like an iPhone 6, but with more screen on the front side, because at the moment now with the iPhone 6 Plus, it kind of feels like a big phone, and it has a smaller display than like Samsung's competitor, the Galaxy Note 4, which has a 5.7-inch display, but the Galaxy Note 4 feels smaller in the hand. It's easier to hold and you get a bigger display. So hopefully Apple can take advantage of doing something like that as well, because their rounded home button really takes up a lot of space down at the bottom of the phone. So that's where this concept here is actually very clever. So yeah, quickly a video checking that out. Hopefully enjoyed, and yeah, it's a different video when I find a cool concept. So probably some will enjoy it, probably some will dislike it, but concepts are fun to see what we might see in the future, or just cool things that people want to see. So yeah, have an awesome day.